Forever Dog.
Welcome to Forever Dog.
You can listen to this podcast, Scary Stories to Tell on the Pod, ad-free and uninterrupted on Forever Dog Plus.
Sign up at foreverdogpodcast.com/plus.
And make sure to follow at Forever Dog Team on social and check out all of Forever Dog's podcasts at foreverdogpodcasts.com.
Thank you for your support and enjoy the show.
Hello, podcast people. This is journeyman character actor and vaguely recognizable that guy, John Ross Bowie. And if you don't know my name, you might know my face from shows like Speechless or The Big Bang Theory, but I'm not just a character actor. I'm also obsessed with character actors. Household Faces is my brand new podcast where I take you inside the lives and careers of Hollywood's most recognizable character actors. And I guarantee that you will look at your favorite movies and TV shows in a new light after you hear from the people who weren't on the poster. People like Xander Berkeley, Mary Lynn Rajskub, Kevin Pollak, Alex Desire, Brooke Smith. I'm sorry, you think you don't know Brooke Smith? Have you seen Silence of the Lambs? Well, then you know Brooke Smith. She's the girl in the well, puts the lotion in the basket. Yeah, see? That's Brooke Smith. And Brooke is just one of the many faces that you'll be able to put a name and a story to when you listen to Household Faces. Because, hey, it's fine to interview presidents and rock stars, but character actors deserve their own podcast as well. So subscribe to Household Faces on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts for new episodes every Wednesday starting August 11th.
Forever Dog.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Andrew.
And hey, everybody else.
And welcome to our podcast.
Scary Stories to Tell on the Pod. It is a podcast about scary stories, urban legends, spooky things you tell us about, and it is a comedy podcast about those things. So this is late summer chills and cool summer thrills.
Wow, Andrew, that's good.
Thank you. I think I stole that from Dairy Queen. I think that might be the Dairy Queen slogan.
We steal a lot from Dairy Queen. You'd be surprised. There are entire episodes based on their French fries.
Exactly. Oh boy. Anna, how is your week going?
It's good. I had friends in town, so I did all sorts of fun things. I got to see a beautiful beach, a beautiful Griffith Observatory, a
It's
beautiful
so
sort
nice.
of whispering about what we all know about the Delta variant.
Yeah.
What a blessing it is to be alive.
Good Lord.
Andrew, how is your week going? You're on Long Island.
Good.
Or no, you're in Florida.
I am currently in Florida. We are coming to you from two different coasts again, once again, baby.
Wow, baby.
And I am helping my parents move out of my childhood home.
No.
I know.
I love that house.
I know, I do too. I'm going to miss it very much. But it's been very fun going through old ghostly items.
Oh my God.
It's like I'm going through entire folders of like first pages of scary stories that I wrote from the ages of 10 to 14.
Oh my God, the unfinished drafts of a child.
Oh man, so many that begin with like, no one believed me when it happened. Like just like immediately trying to figure out like what's a sentence. And then like words, like when I figured out certain words, things that start appearing frequently, like the word dogged. I must have like learned that in like sixth grade and been like, everything's got to have the word dogged in it.
I'm never mad when the word dogged comes up. I'm always excited.
Thrilled. It really tells a story.
It does. Oh, that's great.
Anna, it is time once again for a listener campfire tale.
It is. Gather round and watch a man try in vain to light damp wood and then give up and use lighter fluid and then slump for the rest of the night because we're at summer camp, guys.
Woo.
We're here. We're all wearing shorts and we have feelings about the shorts.
Yes.
And today we're going to read you a story sent in by a listener, perhaps just like you. Perhaps it's your story. Ooh. If you'd like to send in stories, you can do that to scarystorypod@gmail.com.
That's right.
And make sure to sign off with your name and pronouns if you want to be
We
credited.
love that.
We love
to be
this.
respectful. We'd love to know what you
Yes.
like.
We want to know what you like. This email was absolutely, it knew its audience and we absolutely picked it. This email comes to us from a listener named Molly. And, well, Jason's washing his hands. So we're going to let him do that.
I'm a big believer in hand washing. Let's take this moment
He's
now,
doing a
folks.
really good job.
Times you should wash your hands before you eat, after you use the bathroom, after you touch a door handle, when you shake hands with a slimy man.
If you have eaten something with spice on it and you're going to do something with your fingers that
Anna,
involves parts of you.
I once juiced like about 20 lemons and then I went out in the sun and you can't do that.
Wait, why?
It creates a rash on your hands.
You're kidding. Oh
So
my
if
God, you ceviche'd yourself.
Oh, ceviche fingers.
Oh, gather round and hear the moderately upsetting tale. But he was fine.
He was
okay,
fine.
Great. He's putting crinkly bags away.
Good.
We need a 2-bedroom. I'm recording. Babe, I'm laying down a track. I just had an idea for a pop song. Thank you. He's wearing, everyone give it up for boyfriend of the podcast, Jason Hammonds.
Woo! A true.
Are you serious? Oh my God. He just mimed like he was going to turn on the stove and fry something.
I love that.
Bye. He's wearing his mask on his elbow. It looks very sort of dashing.
Good.
Guys, listen. The story comes to us from a listener named Molly.
Mm-hmm.
And the subject line is dog sitting, more like ghost sitting.
Oh,
I'm in.
really good.
Hello, gentle storytellers. Several years ago, I experienced a paranormal interaction so terrifying it cost me my business. By business, I mean occasional dog sitting. Uh-huh. Yes, a business.
Agreed.
My name is Molly, and you're fine to say my name. Great.
Thank you,
People
Molly.
probably will assume I'm one of the dogs since I've met more dogs and cats named Molly than people.
Yeah,
It's true.
things really took a turn around 2007, and Molly became a dog name.
The tides changed, and Molly is now a cockapoo. More dogs and cats named Molly than people. Thanks, Mom. Anyway, you guys, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. Are you ready, Andrew?
Hugely.
Hugely ready. Okay. Over the summer, I was watching 3 large dogs, all of which were very routine and predictable. I would arrive first thing in the morning and let them out, bring them back in, then again in the evening for their second potty break. Several days into it, I arrived first thing in the morning to let them out, only they wouldn't come back in. It took a lot of coaxing and bribes of treats, but finally I got all 3 back inside. They all paced as if they needed to be let back out. Was it stress diarrhea due to their owner suddenly vanishing? Nope, it was a ghost. I returned that evening. It was pitch black, so very spooky, to find a shocking scene. No dogs.
Oh.
Let me back up for a second. I enter the house through the garage and then walk up to the garage door and unlock it with a key. I always leave the key in the door so I can't misplace it. Well,
That's hard.
Well, it sounds rural.
I think, yeah.
3 large
this
dogs
happens.
in a garage. You're not
We're
in a
living
city.
in a place where people are constantly trying to rob us when we're awake looking at them. So I get that it's coming from a different.
It's nice to have stuff. I don't blame anyone. As I walked inside, I wasn't greeted with excited puppers, ... It was vacant. I immediately assumed someone had broken in. After investigating, I quickly realized this wasn't the case. No doors or windows had been opened. Now to find the dogs. I found them in the back of the house, locked in a bathroom.
Oh.
This is pretty
No.
difficult for them to accomplish because 1, there were gates throughout the house they'd have to jump, all 3 of them. On top of that, the door opened outward. So how would they have shut themselves in?
Oh my. Somehow the image of a dog closing a door that opens backwards is more chilling to me than anything.
Yeah, seeing a dog pulling a door.
Yes, I know.
God
With
didn't
2
want that.
paws. Yeah.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. God did not want that.
He
That's
said
not
it.
what
He
God
told
wanted.
us. Yeah.
He said it. Lastly, all of the doors were shut beforehand, so they would have had to open them, and they were round knobs. I know
Oh.
dogs can open doors, but round knobs are much more difficult.
Yes.
All 3 dogs were very frightened, and as soon as I let them outside, they refused to come back inside. At this point, I can feel eyes on me.
Oh.
I decided to go back to my car and get my phone. Can you believe I even left it in my car?
Oh.
So
my
dumb. Well, here's where the real scary happens. As I walked back into the garage and go to open the door, It's locked. How on earth could that have happened? I had to walk back around the house, and when I entered the garage from the outside through the big garage door, I saw the key in the middle of the garage, which means that someone or something had to turn the key, lock the door, take the key out, and throw it about 10 feet from the door.
Oh, I hate multi-step spookies.
Multi-step ghosts who are motivated. I can't.
Yes, no.
I like a ghost who like bored knocks a teacup over, but like a ghost that's like doing processes with keys and doors is like
Yes.
not a ghost I want to meet.
If I'm dead, I am not a multitasker. That is the rule I'm saying.
I can't do more than one task while I'm alive.
No.
I can't do it. I was so terrified I called a friend because I refused to go inside alone. Of course.
Oh, yes.
We got the dogs inside after hours. Thankfully, that was the last night of dog sitting. I never told the owners about the ghosts because I'm not about to be scared by ghosts and be made fun of by people. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my fright.
I
Molly!
did. Molly, that was very scary.
Molly!
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, as we all know, the school year is fast approaching for many folks across the globe, and even though it's been a year since I've been in school, I still have this vestigial pressure and stress to be proactive, to organize my life, to buy pocket protectors and trapper keepers, and sometimes I need help working through and processing that stress and trying to apply it more healthfully. Trying to like give myself a little more free time and take the pressure off. And if you're anything like me, you might want to try something like BetterHelp. BetterHelp is professional counseling done securely online via phone or video with licensed professional therapists. Sign up now and start receiving professional counseling in under 48 hours. Visit betterhelp.com/scarystories. That's BetterHelp, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/scarystories. That's 10% off at betterhelp.com/scarystories for 10% off your first month. Get out.
Here's the thing. Dog sitting does not pay enough to contend with the supernatural. It doesn't. Especially 3 large dogs. You deserve more than you're getting paid, I promise.
It's also like just the process of a ghost. Like when a ghost has a plan that's like, I'm going to lock 3 dogs in a bathroom, that's just general mischief. You know what I mean? Why would you do that?
Who do you think this ghost was?
Yeah, I'm going to, okay, here's my guess. I'm going to guess this is sort of like a Seinfeld-esque ghost.
Okay.
Who is worried about dogs, multiple dogs defecating somewhere in the house, and figures that if all the dogs are located in the bathroom, that's the easiest room to clean.
Right. That's where the bathroom is supposed to happen anyway.
Right. It's like dogs will learn over time. This is where that goes, you know? I don't know, though. Do you have a sense of what kind of ghost would do something like this?
Well, that's interesting. I could picture Jerry sort of dating a girl who has 3 very large dogs and being like, I don't know. That's overwhelming. More than 2 large dogs in a house is a lot. That's a lot of hair. That's a lot of stinks. I'm picturing labs.
Yeah, labs. It maybe a Dalmatian thrown in there. Like
chaos.
Yeah, absolute chaos.
That's interesting. I immediately pictured Nicole Kidman from The Hours, like a ghost who loves propriety and can't understand why a ghost would be in a house at all.
Yep.
Or like I immediately pictured female.
Yes.
Because like put dogs in a bathroom, it takes a sort of grit and standards that I think are typical for women.
Yeah. What do you think the ghost tactic was to get the dogs in the bathroom?
A cheese.
Oh my
ghost
God.
Cheese.
Spectral cheese.
I think Swiss cheese is sort of the cheese of the ghost world because it has ghosts in it.
Swiss cheese is wild because there is as much of it as there isn't of it. You know what I mean?
A defining feature of it is a lack of it.
Yes.
So it makes us contend with the idea of being blinked out of existence.
That I feel that way about cotton candy. I'm like, This really is just like a square inch of sugar.
My least favorite video I've ever seen is of the raccoon washing cotton candy in a river and then being confused when it disappears immediately when it gets wet. It's too upsetting. Yeah,
that's me with my NYU diploma. I'm like, I thought something. Oh no.
Oh,
it was nothing the whole time.
What? My dad telling me to talk to the Alumni Association of NYU to get parts as an actor. That's me. No, I pictured this ghost in sort of a waistcoat and petticoats, a lot of coats,
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, what are these dogs doing in the house? I have to make a salmon mousse.
Oh my God, Anna, this is making me think that maybe this ghost it was a dog trainer in their life.
Interesting.
You know, but it's like an old school dog trainer where you're like, oh, none of this holds water, and in fact, you're doing incredible like mental damage to the dogs.
Wow.
You know, it's like, well, dogs love the sharp sound of a whistle. Like, it's like, oh no, maybe they
Yes.
don't.
Yeah, interesting. Sort of a Melanie Linsky or like
Wow.
an Alfred Woodard.
Yeah, Kathleen
Yeah.
Turner. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody with boundaries. But then if it were, who would you cast for your version of the ghost?
I mean, you said Alfred Woodard, which I think that is a really, really good choice. In like a comedy, I'd say maybe Ali Wong
Oh yeah.
as a ghostly dog trainer.
Yep.
That kind of pops up as just like someone who a dog can look at the facial expression and be like, oh, I've done something wrong, you know?
Right.
How
Yeah, I
about
like
you?
that. No, that makes sense. I think a lot of the dog people I know are like kind of shockingly gorgeous, and I definitely
Yes.
can see that where it's like do we want to explore the sort of the Scully side of things now, like if
Yeah.
this were not Ghost?
Yes.
My thought hearing it was perhaps someone else came in who had keys.
Which is also distressing.
It's I find maybe this is a sign of maturity, but I find that to be much scarier if it wasn't
Yeah.
a ghost, if it were a
Right.
person.
I know a neighbor.
Because people like putting the dogs in the bathroom is something that someone would know how to do
Right.
if they were going to like have an electrician over or something.
Oh,
There's
that's
like a neighbor.
this
don't
does
know.
feel like contractor behavior.
Yeah. Like my mom would always put my childhood dog in my bedroom, so there were just like Imhotep style scratch marks on my door as a child. It feels like a move that someone who's familiar with the house would have done if someone were coming over.
Yeah, that does make sense. And it is like what's notable about the reality of scary stories is that you're not sacrificing any scariness by the reality, because as you said, like someone else being in space that you don't know is there is equally scary.
Oh, that also, I would say, like an alive person who did something in the house and then left is sort of, that is ghostly vibes. Like
Yeah.
it's the presence of someone who isn't there.
Did you ever do any dog sitting, Anna? Like in your youth? You had a dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I have a dog. I was desperate to do more of it, but I did walk dogs for a friend of ours' sister and her roommate for a little while. And I think my very first day of work, I showed up sobbing, and the dogs brought their toys to me, and I was like, "This is great."
Oh.
But then the issue was neither of them could walk up or downstairs, and
Oh.
and they lived on the 6th floor of a building. So when the elevator went out, I had to carry them all the way down and up. Fortunately, it was back on by the time we got back. But one of them needed to piss and shit only on dust
Good.
and leaves, and the other one
Classic.
needed to piss and shit between two parked cars. And the ideal was as far into the street as possible.
Are you? I guess
Which
like
was what?
like I do feel like those are the two different personality types.
Yeah, are you a dust or leaves person or as far into the street as you can person?
Right.
God. Oh
I-
man, that's hard. I guess
feel
I'm
like-
dust and leaves.
I think we are firmly a Dust and Leaves podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I
Um,
used to be far into the street and now I'm leaves.
Right.
I'm a
It-
Taurus, so I'm dust and leaves. Yeah. So that was sort of like the stuff needed to come out of their bodies, but it was always like, well, which is worse, this dog peeing on the sofa or getting hit by a car?
Yeah. Good
Um,
question.
Yeah. But it was great when the nicest thing is they would always bring their toys to me, which was
Oh.
just, it's nice when a dog is like, I love this thing so much and I want you to have it because I love you too.
Yeah.
My favorite dog behavior.
Toys are dogs' version of TikTok, where it's like, whereas now we say, I want to show you this TikTok. Dogs are like, here are my favorite toys.
Here, I'm going to Apple Play my phone to your TV to show you my toy.
Yeah.
Andrew, we know you dogs
Yeah,
sat for a
extensive
neighbor.
dog sitting.
You had to-
And then, but I ended up getting a lot of dogs who had just had light surgery, which I think I grew up way too fast. And
I
then
can't believe anyone would trust a child with a
constantly. I
insane.
can't tell you how many wounds I dressed of dogs. Um,
Awful.
that I didn't cause. It's the surgeon's wounds. But then I was just like, as we're packing up my parents' house, I remembered we were once watching the Warrens' dogs, John Luke and Susie. Susie was a toy poodle. John Luke was a standard poodle.
Insane names.
My
Insane mixture of
favorite
dogs.
names, John Luke and Susie.
God.
Yeah. And one time we were watching John Luke, and he was like underfoot of my mom as she was making dinner, and she spilled a whole tureen of lukewarm soup. It was chowder. Like we had dinner and she was putting stuff away, and just a full tureen of chowder on John Luke, and the miracle of poodle hair, it like fell off. There was not a drop left on him. He did not smell like chowder at all. The chowder, I think it was New York chowder, fully on the floor, not on him. It was it was like one of the most astounding things I've ever seen.
That's so shocking.
Yeah, it was like have you ever seen those like ads where you can spray something on like work boots and no water can penetrate it? That was what the experience
dog was
like.
Scotch guarded.
Yes, John Luke was indeed Scotch guarded.
I'm sorry to pick your words apart, but what is New York chowder?
You know New York clam chowder versus New England clam chowder?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Manhattan clam chowder?
Oh, that's it.
New York chowder. It's just applesauce.
It is just pure applesauce.
I'm sorry to be a bitch. I just didn't know what you're talking about.
And then if you ask, like, where's the fish in this? You get punched in the face.
You get punched in the face by anyone.
Yeah, anyone who's closest to you.
Is a mandated puncher. That I did once drop an entire container of vodka sauce on my childhood dog's head, and it was the best day of his life.
Of course. He must have been like, oh, God wants me to be happy.
I am food. I am delicious.
Hey.
Best day of his life.
That honestly would be the best day of my life too. So we're not so different.
It's so great when I accidentally put too much sauce on my pasta, and then it's like, oh no, I have to drink pasta sauce now.
And Chris is someone who likes a light amount of sauce, and I'm like, if it was mostly sauce, I would be fine.
Wow. I do think every relationship has a heavy sauce person and a dry sauce person.
That's true. And you and I feel quite certain we're the heavy saucers.
We're the heavy sauce. Jason is a light sauce.
Yes.
He'll scrape it off of his. Oh, it's weird. Wow. Guys, let us know if we're right on, and let us know which one you are.
Yeah, I do feel like that is true. And if we're wrong, don't tell us, please.
And don't say, what about poly people? If you're poly people, you're all too much sauce people.
Yes.
Listen.
It's like in a throuple, it's never 3 Capricorns. You know what I mean? Like there can't be a ton of sauce people.
No. Yeah. God, can you imagine? Just
can't.
a house full of Leos.
Planners.
Speaking of which, Andrew, happy birthday recently.
Hey, thank you very much. I turned 34 last week. And I feel fine about it. I feel very 34.
That's good. I think you've been 34 for quite a while.
I was just talking about this with Chris's brother, where I was like, he had said that he thought he was 34 6 months before he was 34. And then he was like, oh, so it's kind of like nothing's changed. And that is how I've been thinking about it for maybe years.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's good.
Yes.
So
and
glad.
Jason, boyfriend of the pod's birthday was last week as well.
Yes, it was. Yeah. I know.
Did you guys have a nice time?
We did. I made him an ice cream cake again, which is very easy to make, but makes you look like a goddess.
I know. You were like a wizard when that happened. Like, I can't
it's the
get over
only
people
thing I
making
can
ice cream
do.
cakes.
It's so easy.
I know.
And that's what
so
everyone
good.
says. But it takes a little bit of time. Thank you. It makes you look like you're some sort of house goddess. And
Right.
I need to feel like that sometimes, you know?
I know.
As a heavy sauce person, housework doesn't come easily to me.
That is true, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah. This is the new Zodiac.
Well, happy birthday to Jason. Happy birthday to me, to myself. Thank you.
Yeah. Who are some of the celebrities you share a birthday with? Sorry, real quick, right at the end.
I believe Martha Stewart and Martin Sheen.
Wow.
It's a real funny duo, the three of us.
Interesting.
And I can't tell you how many people with long hair who don't wear shoes often, when I tell them I'm a Leo, they're like, no. Like, people just refuse to believe it.
You have to find out your rising and your moon signs. Do you know what they
yeah,
are?
I don't. What? How do I? That's like the hour I was born or something.
The time and the location.
I think I was born at 9 p.m. in Boca
Don't give this
Raton.
information away.
Oh my god.
Someone could tell you that where Saturn was in the sky. No, you can do that on if you Google like astrology chart, or if you
that's
download
great.
an app, astrology app.
Oh yeah, that is a good.
Because I never felt like a Taurus, and then I found out that I was Cancer moon, Cancer rising, and
then
honey,
everything came into focus.
I love a pool, and it all makes sense now.
Anna. Well, first of all, Molly, thank you so much for this very scary story. We are sorry for the demise of your dog sitting business, and we hope you're staying safe.
Yeah, I hope that you are not ever bothered by ghosts at work again. That just sounds like a waste of time. And
Exhausting.
you have more important things to do.
Yes,
frankly.
always.
God wanted more for you, Molly.
Anna, I think it is time for our favorite segment.
Scary ideas for things that could happen. Andrew, would you like to go first or second?
I'm going to go first.
Okay, great.
You are making a seasonal wreath. You're making a late summer wreath. You're leaning heavily into black-eyed Susans, some sunflowers, some dandelions. It's all yellow all around. And as you're making it, you notice these weird big old teeth in the center of your wreath. And just as you're thinking like, I didn't put these teeth here, two eyes open on the edge of the wreath, and it bites your hand and then goes, oh, sorry, I thought you were some food. That could happen.
Was that Susan?
Sometimes you make a wreath and it's alive and its name is Susan.
People are not talking about this enough.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, scary. I would hate
Very.
that. Okay. Okay, here we go. You are swimming in the Pacific Ocean, and a wave starts cresting, and you're trying to decide if you're going to dive through it, ride over it, or run away from it. And you look next to you, and there is someone who looks exactly like you. But they're 10 years older. And then you look to the left of you, and there's someone who also looks exactly like you, but they're 10 years younger. And the younger version starts running towards the wave. And then you look right, and the older version is also running towards the wave. And then you turn around, and there's a dolphin doing the Macarena. That could happen.
Oh my God, Anna, you went to the beach that makes you old, young, and see a dolphin doing the Macarena?
That's if they did the HBO Max miniseries version of old.
Right.
They would
Just
eventually get there.
Different beaches that make you see things.
Oh my God. That dolphin wasn't doing the Macarena just a minute ago. What happened?
Anna, I know you have seen Old already. I can't wait to see Old.
I can't believe you haven't seen it yet, Andrew.
I'm stunned.
It's the beach that makes you old. We have to do an episode about it, I
You
think.
were texting me while you were watching it, and it was a very satisfying experience.
I know. I ruined everyone's life.
No,
but
I love
I
it.
had to.
Well, Molly, thank you once again. Gentle listeners, something you can do for us is you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at scarystory_pod.
You can give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes or wherever else
We'd
you
love
do
it.
that.
And one more thing you could do. Get out.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Scary Stories to Tell on the Pod is executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. Produced by Tracy Soren. Original theme music by Chris Ryan. Cover art by Bats Langley. To listen to this podcast ad-free, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcasts.com/plus. Check out video clips of our podcasts on YouTube at youtube.com/foreverdogteam. And make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Forever Dog Team to keep up with all the latest Forever Dog news.